Welcome to From the Heart with Kathy King and myself, Rob Schultz, sponsored by Artisan Training Dance Retreat.
We're releasing weekly, inspiring interviews with our family of AIT mentors, and that's why we're here today.
Our intention is to lean into topics of inspiring moments that are stepping stones toward your dreams and bring more love to the world on our adventures through life. Every week, we'll share inspiring moments from our mentors that will fill your heart and bring inspiration into your life. It is my pleasure to introduce you to one of our AIT mentors, Mr. Lee Daniels. What's up, brother?
I'm good, Rob. I'm so good. I'm just chilling, taking it one day at a time here. And yeah, life is good. I'm just trying to be grateful, as grateful as I can be.
Ooh, you just gave me chills. You gave me the goosies. Real quick, I just want to let you guys know some of this, I'm only going to give this much of what Lee has done, besides being an amazing, humble, beautiful, talented soul. He's worked with Ariana Grande, Jennifer Lopez, Carrie Underwood, American Idol, Ellen, the Netflix series. Is it a series or a movie?
Series.
Oh, it's a series. Soundtrack. Check it out, y'all. And then the Kids Bop Tour. And that's just to name a couple things that he's done. So I'm so honored to have you, Lee. So thank you so much for being here with us.
Absolute pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Great. Well, Lee, how have you been holding up through all these crazy few months that we've been going through?
Oh man, just holding on. But it's good, and it's been a crazy experience, but it's also been very eye-opening and allowed me to be very introspective and to really just do some cleaning and get out things that I don't need and all of the mentalities and develop some new habits, some better habits. And yeah, I think that's where I'm at. It was very crazy at first, and I mean, it's still been crazy, but again, to be able to make it through, I've just tried to shift my perspective so that I can just improve and not focus on what's going wrong, because oftentimes the things that go wrong, for us in our lives are actually there to propel us forward if we can just, shift the perspective and try to learn the lesson.
Lee is just dropping those value bombs on us right now. Just that.
The nuggets that, I'm putting that in my lunch bag of life. Literally, dude, thank you for that. That's beautiful.
Let's just jump right into, I would love to know, and I know that our students would love to hear just some little tidbits on this. What's a favorite teaching memory that you have?
Oh man, I honestly, I love teaching so much, so there's always some new memory, but I guess probably one of the best ones, I could probably say it was the first time that I, had a class back in Chicago. I started out teaching at this studio called Lou Conte, which is actually it's just closed recently, which was kind of sad, but it was a place where I first got an opportunity to have my own beginner class, and I was able to build that class, and it got really popular, in Chicago, and it was just really awesome to connect with, people. And I think one of the best memories was when I got an email from one of the students, and it was a long email, and she just laid out how much it was just so amazing for her, and it just really, I had never gotten any feedback like that before. And I think that at that moment I realized wow, this is a very, very powerful position to have, or to be able to connect with people and to have them learn things about themselves and open up. And after that, I knew that this is, something that I love to do, to connect with. That's
awesome. I love that.
And great. You are amazing at it, dude. Super inspiring. Super inspiring.
I just always try to get better and better every time, That's my motto.
Beautiful. So what's some inspiration you can share for the younger dancers, on their way up, or they have dreams, to be a dancer, to pursue their career, in whether it's on Broadway, in film, television, some golden nuggets?
In any of those avenues, you just got to really work hard. And you hear that so often, it's so very cliche, but it's the truth. It really is about your work ethic and what you want and being willing to sacrifice is a huge one. A lot of things that you may not really necessarily see at first as being like something that you want to sacrifice, but in the grand scheme of things, you may need to, you know, and it's really, for me in my journey, it's been about the work ethic and the discipline and the research as well. I think especially now, you gotta really know what it is that you want to do, and that's hard to say. I get it. You know, people, especially when you're really young, you may not know exactly what it is that you want, but you should have a pretty good idea, and then even with those ideas, take the research, go and like figure out what it is that you need to do to get to that place, and start to making those lists of things that, okay, I gotta get this, I have to get an agent, I have to start taking this class, I have to take this specific class because I really want to dance for Beyonce or whatever, so I need to go and take from Dana Foglia, and make sure you know who are the choreographers, who is actually working with these artists, or whatever it is that you want to do, so that you can better prepare yourself and be able to put yourself in front of those people, and so that those opportunities can come for you. And once you do that, it becomes a lot less of a abrasive journey, and kind of coast a little bit more. It's going to be hard regardless, but if you have an idea about where you want to go, then, you know, that's just going to help you that much more.
Great advice, dude. So good.
I love that. Just that focus, you know, you just have to lock in on that goal, and you focus in on that, and man,
unwavering. Really, really know that if you want to do something, you can do it. You know, that's another cliche about, you know, you can do whatever you put your mind to, but it really is true. But it does not just come with, I'm just gonna set my mind and I'm just gonna, that's what I want and it's gonna happen for me. No, and like, you really have to do the work, and, you know, there's again the sacrifices and just the discipline, and it's not gonna be sunshine and roses like all the way through. Oftentimes it's not, but that is what makes it that much more rewarding once you actually have put in that work and like toiled and cried and like really, really done it, and then it becomes so much more worth it for you, like when you actually get the goal, and then you know that I did that, you know.
Awesome good stuff, man. This is so great. Nuggets. Oh my gosh, Lee, what is your favorite thing to teach? What do you love the most? What the styles, the concept, like what's your favorite thing to teach? What do you love to teach?
Oh man, well, I definitely, I come from more of a street and hip hop background, but I often get asked a lot of times about like what my style is, and I don't really necessarily love to kind of label it so much. I mean, I like to be in the moment, and I love music, and so typically for me, it's always based on that. And I take a song, and whatever that song is telling me to do, then that's how I interpret it. I really respect music in that way, and that's just a part of my process. So I tend to always try to keep everybody guessing as far as like, what is he gonna do, or it's always gonna be a good song, a good track, and we just explore, because I think that that's the most fun part about being an artist, is just grabbing all the paint and just splattering all over, making a mess, and trying to figure out like, oh, what's beautiful about this mess that I made. And sometimes it's a mess, but sometimes, or oftentimes, it's beautiful, even though it's not typically like what you had planned out or what you envisioned in your mind, because for me that can be really restricting, and I like to have that freedom to play. And especially in class, like I love seeing how other people interpret things, and then that gives me even more of an inspiration, like, oh my gosh, like I never even thought about that emotion there, or how you did that, like, oh wow. And that's how I like to teach, and that keeps the inspiration doing this, and it's not just like one thing, you know.
That's such a great way as a teacher yourself and a creator to stay inspired.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to I resonate with Lee so much because I do not label myself either, because I don't even know what to call what I do. I always say I'm an artist. And people are like, well, what do you do? They want it. You know, I think we're breaking boundaries though by not labeling it anymore. Like, because we're artists, and whatever the music feels, I don't have to label myself and be like, no, I'm this, because I'm everything and beyond, whatever it is. So I resonate so much with what you said. So
we hear, Rob.
So, okay, I want you to share one of your most memorable gig performances or experiences in the dance world. That, you know, because I always that question kind of came from like Oprah, you know, when she talks at masterclass, and just like hearing someone's experience in something is so inspiring for young artists. So
yeah,
I'd love you to say
I
that.
have a good one. I have a good one. I often tell this one a lot because it is one of the top ones.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Got here, and I, you know, was struggling and doing all the whole artist thing, and I finally got a bit of a break, like 2 years in, and I booked this tour with an Asian artist, and it was actually kind of crazy because it was someone who wasn't able to do it, so I was kind of a sub, but I was just happy to just get the opportunity. So I got that. I went to Taiwan and was like rehearsing there, and it was just crazy to be. It was all that I had ever wanted. I was like, that was my main thing when I first started. I was like, I just want to go on tour. I want to go on a tour. Like, that just seems like it would be the best thing. And went over there, rehearsed, and it was a huge artist in Asia. Her name was Ame, or is Ame. And I had no idea until that first show. Like, we had been told like she's like the Madonna of Asia, but I didn't know. Like, I just wanted to dance, you know. And we rehearsed for a few weeks, a month or something like that, and we got to that first show in Shanghai, and there were 80,000 people out there. And I was so, I still get like chills, like even to this day, thinking about it. Like, that very first number, like standing on the side, I was just, oh my God. You just see all the people with these lights, they have these things, and they're just so much energy. And I just burst into tears because it was like, after all of this work, again, like how I was saying, the sacrifice and just the tears and just waiting and thinking that, oh man, I'm not ever gonna get there. And then finally, like, I was there, and I just was so overwhelmed. It was actually making me like teary now thinking about it, but it was great. It was really, really awesome. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Oh, that is so, like, I just even think of, yeah, like early in a career, you know, just that, oh, that moment of, this is what it's all about. Like, this is what I've been working for this whole time.
Yeah, it's so powerful. And again, it's worth it when you work for it.
Yeah.
And there's been definitely times where I've gotten amazing opportunities because of the right place, right time, and like all of that. And those are amazing too. But that one, and in particular, was like, oh man, this just feels so good. Like, I did it, you know, I did it. I used to stand on my front porch and just like dream about and perform out to the empty street, you know, and doing all that. And now here it is. Like, I fully feel like I've manifested this, and like it was just incredible.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so,
I love it.
that's such a great story. Oh my gosh. Okay, last like serious question here. This is kind of, I feel like this could be kind of deep, but what inspires you?
Oh man.
I know that's like an impossible question to answer in any one way, but give us one example of what inspires you.
All nuggets.
One example would just be, I think music is the most inspiring thing, and not even just, it's so hard to narrow it down.
I know.
That's such a typical answer. Obviously, I'm a dancer, I'm inspired by music, but I think that it's always been a part of my life. Even now, like thinking back to when I was super, super young, I was always surrounded by music. And obviously at the time, you don't really understand or know, but that's what's cool about now that I'm in my life and like doing the thing that I want to do. I look back at those memories and I'm like, oh wow, this has been going on for a long time. Like it's always been there. Like the dance has always been inside of me, and I dance. Since I've had memories or been able to make memories, I danced. Like I was just, music was there, and I just move. And in my family, everybody always knew, like, oh, Lee, he's the little dancer and everything. And so it's really been, for me, I think the music is just, I can't not move. Like once I hear anything, and it's been beautiful to develop that relationship even more now that I'm an adult and I can like understand it. And it's just really, it's cool and affirming to know that like I am right where I'm supposed to be. So that's what is super inspiring about, you know, the music for me.
Love that.
Dude, I love it. So up next is just a bunch of quick, easy questions, but where they came from is because if anybody that knows me, I'm kind of a nerd. So when I meet people, I'm not like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh my God, what's your favorite movie? What's your TV? What did you just eat? Like we were on set, you're gonna laugh. Like not even about like the gig, but I was like, oh my God, what do you think we're gonna eat? You know, like it's just like, what did you eat today? Or like it's you know, that's just me. So it's kind of that innocence and just want to like kind of know who someone is. Like, and you can kind of feel that when someone gives like, oh, I like this, and then you go like, oh, that's so cool, and it even opens my eye to something else. So these are just like fun Rob questions. I call it the Rob round.
The Rob round. Here we go. I feel like we need like a ding, 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 Rob round.
Favorite movie?
The Matrix.
What?
The Matrix.
Okay.
I'm a huge nerd, so it's okay.
Okay. Favorite TV show?
Ooh, Cosby Show.
Woo! Good.
Ooh.
Favorite song and or music artist?
Oh man.
That's impossible. Come
Favorite song. Actually, well, even when I was younger, super young, this song called Just Got Paid by what is his name?
That's Tony. Is it Tony? No.
No. Just got paid Friday night. Oh gosh, I can't remember.
Hold on.
I know, I'm Googling it.
Google it.
Is that
And we'll
crazy?
get back to that, but I know what you're talking about.
Is it Don? Something Donnie? No.
Oh my gosh, there's too many.
It's so,
Johnny Kemp? Is it Johnny Kemp?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Just got paid. Friday night. Yeah.
I used to hear that song and I would flip out. Like my family would just die laughing and they played at the birthday parties all the time because they knew, oh, Lee is gonna go and I would just like click on blackout and dance like that was probably my favorite song still.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Favorite podcast or book?
Ooh, The Alchemist.
Oh,
Great book. The Alchemist is an amazing book, and I think that especially like young dancers read that book. That book is really, really good. It cracked my head open, and it allowed me to do a lot of the things that I'm doing today, and to get through a lot of mental blocks. And it's even great to read that book a few times. Actually, I'll read it again because you find different things all the time. But yeah, that's one of my favorite ones for sure.
Amazing. I love that. Okay, one word that makes you, like, inspires you, makes you feel something, just like a word.
Determination.
Brilliant. And then our last question, how can we bring more love into the world?
By breathing. I think that just inhale and exhale. I think that we tend to forget that a lot, even in dance. Breathe, you know, because obviously that's one of the huge life forces that allows us to be present. Like if we can just learn to inhale and exhale in the moments that piss us off, or even in the moments that we feel the love, like that allows us to like truly like feel it and feel where we are be present. And, you know, I think that it's been helping me a lot. I've been trying to meditate even more so throughout this crazy moment of time now. And it's just really helpful to breathe. And I think that in that instance, then yes, maybe you can put out more love. Like, and it's not about being a superhero. Like, I think that people feel like, oh, I can't make any change because I'm just me or whatever. But just a little bit that you can do, you never know, like, what that little grain can do to someone else. And that's what it really is about, is just passing that little bit along to the next person so that they can feel the inspiration to maybe pass it along. And that's how we continue the cycle, instead of making it about this huge, like, I need to do this to be loved. And it's like, you know, just keep it simple, you know, and just breathe and experience, and just try to be as present as possible. And then that's all you can do, really. And that's all you can really control. Try to control too much, and then it becomes overwhelming.
Oh, that was, I'm like, I got the goosebumps. That was great.
Such a beautiful answer. And I'm so grateful that you took the time to spend with us. I miss you. I can't wait to see you in Siena and just hang out and be teaching and do what we love. Yeah. Again, I'm so humbled by you. Your answers were so beautiful. So thank you.
Of course, my absolute pleasure. I miss you guys as well, and I hope everybody's being safe. And I can't wait to be back in person so that we can, like, be around and have the energy. Yeah,
yes.
For sure.
And all the hugs and
all the hugs.
Oh my gosh, yes. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your Sunday. This is really just an awesome experience for all of us. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. Take care, everyone, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Have a beautiful Sunday. Love you, brother.
Love you too. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.